Julie at Dogcast Radio. If you like dogs, wherever you are in the world, we're the show for you. Hello and welcome to episode 242 of Dogcast Radio, which is all about sharing drinks and treats with your dog. And cleverly, it rhymes. 242, woof and brew. Do you like to settle down with a cuppa or glass of wine? Did you know your dog can have the same treat now? I'm talking today to Steve Bennett from Woof and Brew. Hi, Steve.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Very well indeed, thank you.
Good, good. Well, we're actually talking on a Friday, so that's always, it puts you in a good mood, doesn't it?
It does indeed. And a good mood because I'm on your channel. Thank you very much for inviting.
Thank you. That's lovely of you to say. Well, and I'm in a good mood because I'm going to talk about dogs as well. It's always a good thing. Now, you make lovely, I love this idea, drinks and treats for dogs. And what I really love about this is we all like sharing things with our dogs. You know, I have a cuppa and I have a biscuit and the dog gets a bit of the biscuit, and it's not always terribly good for the dog to share what I'm having. But your products enable us to share with a dog in a way that's healthy for them, don't they?
Yes, we do. And to be honest with you, that's part of the reason we started the business, goodness me, nearly 8 years ago now, because we looked at, I used to share a cup of tea with my dog occasionally and really didn't understand what was in a cup of tea and whether it was safe or not for my dog to drink. And if you look carefully, a lot of the things in a cup of tea actually aren't that safe for a dog for drink. So, yes, our products are fun, they're healthy, and it means that we can share that experience of sharing with our loved dogs with the knowledge that it's healthy. Yeah.
I love that because, you know, I love the appeal of buying, you know, a novelty, if you like, item for the dog. Not that I'm saying your drinks are that, but there is that appeal. But also with your product, it's not just novelties. There's goodness for the dog, and I really like that aspect of them.
Yes, I mean we no, they're not novelty. You're absolutely right. They're fun, but there is a reason for them to be there, and that's great, and that's why we release new products quite regularly to ensure that we continue offering fun products, but with a health benefit available.
Yeah, and I think that's great because it will appeal to humans, that fun aspect, but also it's going to appeal to dogs, and it tastes good to them and it does them good. That's all, you know, all to the good. So, I mean, very impressively, you recently joined forces with PG Tips. So tell me about English Breckwoof tea for dogs. So tell me about that.
That was a fantastic opportunity and has been hugely successful. Most importantly, from my point of view, I'm delighted that we have managed to donate 100% of the profits from the campaign to one of my favourite charities, Support Dogs, that helps people with autism, epilepsy and physical disabilities. So we love being able to do that. And we're thankfully going to be donating several £1,000s to them as a result of the campaign. But we worked with PG Tips to celebrate National Dog Day, which was last Thursday. And the tea bags, it was a gift pack of a pack of human PG Tips, which of course we all love to drink, and a pack of English Breckwoof tea, which we had developed with veterinary experts, and both in pyramid tea bags, so you could sit down on National Dog Day and make a cup of tea for yourself and a lovely cup of tea for your dog as well.
Oh, that's so lovely. I mean, there's lots of opportunities through the year. For example, you know, I did the tea party with for guide dogs, where you have a cup of tea and you post a picture. But if we could include our dogs in that with their own cup of tea, that's even better. And it's, as you say, it's doing so much good, you know, donating to charity as well. It's a win-win-win, isn't it? Yeah,
it is. And the tea bags actually were the first things that we launched back in 2013. We launched them at Crufts to see how the market would receive them. And those tea bags they're herbal infusions. And we had two veterinary experts that worked with us to ensure that they were safe and that they did do what we wanted them to do. Because there's always a sort of ailment-driven desire behind each of the blends. So we now have Earl Greyhound, we have a Lapdog Souchong, we've got several blends of teas, but all of them One of them is good for anxious dogs. One of them is good for digestion. So there's always a reason to serve the tea, but the most important reason is to have fun and share that experience of having a cup of tea with your dog.
Yeah, absolutely. Because even, our dogs do. I was going to say, even if it's just fun for us, but we've said it's good for the dogs as well. But even if it's fun for us, the dogs pick up on our mood, and I think that's really important. And you've mentioned there the anxious hound. So let's have a talk about that, because I'm thinking at the moment we've had lockdown and back to work and lockdown and back to work, and then life's returning to normal, but not quite. And it's all up and down for humans at the moment. So our dogs, obviously, some are becoming anxious and some are anxious anyway. So tell me about Anxious Hound.
Yeah, we launched Anxious Hound, again, nearly 8 years ago now. And before the lockdown, there's a lot going on in the world, in our daily lives, that can make a dog feel anxious, whether it's jumping in a car, going on a journey. We have dogs ourselves, and one of our dogs was uncomfortable in the back of the car. So we looked at what herbs would help calm a dog down in a stressful situation. And there are some classic herbs available that do. Lavender, for instance, which is in our Anxious Hound. A lot of these herbs do the same things for humans as well. So serving our Anxious Hound can calm a dog, or does calm a dog down. And there's a lot going on. I mean, we've read in the press during lockdown that sort of 3 million new dogs have been brought into our families during that period. And as you say, everybody's starting to go back to work now. Those dogs are being left on their own. They're not used to being left on their own. There are lots of stressful moments in their lives, and an Anxious Hound tonic that can be served over their food or in their everyday water. It's a nice, healthy, fun way to serve something that will relax your dog. And one of the things we do is, before we launch a new blend, we always trial it to ensure that the efficacy of the tonic is right. And we will look to serve our products to 200 dogs every time we launch a new product. So we talk to dog owners who've got problems with that specific ailment. They'll trial it for 3 weeks, and all of the products we've got work in more than 80% of those trials. So, and the other thing I should point out, actually, we talk about the fact that some of the drinks we drink aren't particularly healthy for dogs in our daily lives. Our drinks are just as healthy for the humans. So if you want to share a cup of tea and actually drink Wolf and Brew products, they are just as healthy for you as they are for your dog.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic. Oh, do you know, that occurred to me as you were talking. I was thinking, could you have a sip as well? But wow, that's brilliant. That's excellent. I mean, you can't get better than human quality ingredients, can you? I mean, that's really, really
absolutely
good. Yeah.
Absolutely. And the Anxious Hound, there are several herbs in there that if you pop some in the fridge and try some yourself, it's absolutely lovely. So why not share it?
Absolutely. Be relaxed with your dog. Now, while we're talking about sort of the realities of life with a dog, that they can become anxious, I love Windy Hound and Doggy Breath. I'm not saying I love Windy Hounds and Doggy Breath there. I'm saying those are some of your products. But it's lovely. You deal with the realities of life with a dog, don't you?
Yes, we do. And some of the products that we have are there because of the experiences we've had with our own dogs. And we've all experienced the awkward moments when you're sat next to your dog, and that smell happens. Yes. So we looked again with the veterinary experts at what was causing that in most dogs, and it tends to be a digestive issue. And the Windy Hound has herbs in it that help digestion, so therefore reduce the gassy effect of any of those issues. So, and Doggy Breath, very similar, it's just the other end. And again, both those products we trialled with dogs before we launched them, and both of them were successful with the dogs that drank them.
Yeah. Excellent. Now, brace yourself, Steve, because I'm going to use the C word. I'm going to mention Christmas. Oh, yes. So if anyone's looking for a Christmas gift for their dogs, and I know, most of us do buy our dogs a Christmas treat, a Christmas gift. So people can, if they want to, treat their dog with a G&T, a gin and tonic, or a whiskey, can't they?
Well, it's a whiskery.
Oh, sorry, whiskery. Yeah. Oh, I haven't got my glasses on, Steve.
Also a single mutt whiskery. They can indeed. It's Christmas already here, to be honest with you. We're packing those orders as we speak.
Wow.
To retailers. And our products, they're available in additional pet stores, but we're also in places where perhaps you might not expect them. So if you pop into John Lewis or Liberty or Phoenix, you'll find our products there, and especially the Christmas gifts. The G&T and whiskery, the way that we've developed they're both new products that are coming out right now. They're packaged in what looks like a hip flask, so made to look like a traditional hip flask, but of course the contents are again unique herbal infusion that again all have health benefits, packed with vitamins and minerals, as well as other specific health benefits. So, yeah, I'm hoping that there will be lots of people on Christmas Day that will be sharing a snifter with their dog.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you like people to post a picture and tag you in if they do get their dog one of the Christmas gifts?
If you come to the Wolf and Brew website, which, if I may, is wolfandbrew.com. That's wwwdogcastradiocomepisode242php.com. We always share through our social media sites pictures of our furry friends enjoying our drinks. And please, anybody who has any of those pictures, we love to share. We all love to share pictures of our dogs.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And another place your products are available to canine guests is Hilton Hotels. That's amazing. Tell me about that.
Yeah, in fact, our products are available in a lot of I'll say unusual places where you may not expect to see a dog treat. But we're in several pubs and hotels and cafes. But the Hilton Hotel was a great opportunity. Just as we came out of lockdown, we developed a relationship with Hilton. They're trying to make more of their hotels dog friendly. There's 30 that are dog friendly at the moment, and those 30 have our products in. They launched a menu for canine guests called Bon Appetit. So you can actually, in your dog-friendly room, if you've got your dogs with you, you can order room service and the chef cooks a meal specifically for your dog. Again, all approved by veterinary experts. And along with your meal, you can enjoy a bottle of our Posh Pooch, which is a herbal wine for dogs. Or if you've chosen the afternoon tea, then you can enjoy Earl Greyhound or Lapdog Souchong, or your dog can enjoy, a cup of tea with their treat for the afternoon. So, yeah, and it's gone down really, really well. I think people who have stayed at the Hilton since, and again, we've had photos shared and we've shared them on there. They love the fact that the hotel has taken the care and thought about looking after the furry guests as well as the human.
Absolutely. Because the thing is, there's a difference between dogs welcome and dogs tolerated. And it makes such a difference. We've gone on holidays and we've taken the dogs and got there, and there's actually, there's a water bowl for the dogs and there's a pack of biscuits for them, a welcome pack for us and a welcome pack for the dogs. And it does make a difference because they are part of the family, and we do like to include them when we go away or whatever we're doing. We like them to be involved, and I think that's got to be anything that helps us include them has got to be a force for good, hasn't it? Because the more we consider our dogs, and the more we are, I always think there are dog people, and there are people who just happen to have a dog, and the more we can be a dog person, the better it is for the dog, isn't it?
Absolutely, yes. And to be honest with you, the better it is for the pet parent as well, because the whole experience of going away with your dog should enhance your holiday or your trip. And what the hotel or the bed and breakfast or the self-catering venue does to help include your dog will have an impact on your own holiday. And obviously that's even more relevant this year with staycations at the level that they are. And we wouldn't dream of going away without our dogs. I mean, we wouldn't even consider it. But the fact that the venue that we've gone to has gone that extra mile to welcome the whole family, because we've got children as well. That makes that holiday for us.
Yeah, definitely. Now, we've talked about sort of the special occasions that we can treat our dogs to this, but they can have these products, your drinks, every day, can't they?
They can, yes. I mean, one of the things that we looked at when we started Wolf and Brew back in 2013 was we take an awful lot of care over, quite rightly, what our dogs eat, but we don't very often check how much they drink or what they drink. And it's important for a dog to be hydrated as it is for them to eat the right food. So if nothing else, enjoying one of our drinks really does make you think and look at actually how much your dog drinks. So all of the products that we've got have been designed for daily use, but also as special occasion treats. And the tonics, the sort of Anxious Hound and Senior Hound, and we also have one called Happy Lawns, spelled HAPEE, Happy Lawns, and it's not, or helps prevent the brown patches on your lawn that are sometimes caused by dogs urinating on the grass. And again, there are other products on the market that may help that situation. But what we've done is designed with the vets a product that not only makes your lawn look nice and green, but it actually benefits the dog. There are health benefits to enjoying Happy Lawns. It helps clear out the urinary tract and has other health benefits. So yes, to be honest with you, the tonics need to be used every day to have the effect that they're intended to have. So at all of our treat drinks, including the one we haven't really mentioned yet, which is Bottom Sniffer beer for dogs. Again, Bottom Sniffer is really good for your dog's coat. So enjoying a Bottom Sniffer every day, absolutely no problem at all.
Excellent. I do like the names. Do you come up with them yourself, the names?
No, I wish I did. I'm not that clever, I'm afraid. My co-founder, Lisa Morton, who set up the business with me, she's the brains behind the names and the designs, and we have got some great names. And again, it's to attract attention, but it's also all part of that fun and loving your dogs and sharing the experiences that we enjoy in life with our dogs. So, yeah, those names, I think, sort of enhance that situation, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so you've mentioned you've got your own dogs. You are a dog lover. So how did you set the company up?
Yes, I get asked that very often, Joey. It's a good question. How on earth do you start a dog drinks company? Well, we my wife and I were running a company called Dog Friendly. Dog Friendly is all about encouraging businesses and venues to open their doors to welcome dogs as well as their owners. We were in a tea shop in Stratford-upon-Avon, probably about 10 years ago. And it was a dog-friendly tea shop, obviously, because we had our dogs with us. And there were other dogs there, all laying on the floor. Parents were enjoying their healthy cups of tea, but the dogs were drinking water out of a bowl. And we looked at it and thought, well, hang on. We take care over what we drink. We look at what we drink. And yet all we do is serve our dogs tap water. And is there an opportunity there to provide another benefit to drinking, and could we look at a cup of tea for dogs that had those benefits? So that's how it started. And as I said earlier, we launched that as a trial at Crufts the following year after we'd done the development process with veterinary experts, and it definitely attracted dog owners' attention, because within a week of launching it at Crufts, we'd been in 134 newspapers around the world.
Wow.
Had a Daily Mail Pew cartoon drawn of a dog enjoying a cup of tea while the owners were outside. We were on the Chris Evans radio show. That shows how long ago it was. And, it really, really grabs people's attention, possibly because they thought we were those mad English people enjoying a cup of tea with our dogs. But once they looked at it a bit more, it's very clear that there's a reason for it. And, yes, so that's how it all started. And the treat drinks really came out of the tea bags. So Bottom Sniffer, and we've got 2 wines under the Posh Pooch brand. We've got Tailwaggers Creek and Barker's Bay. That's a white herbal infusion wine and a rosé herbal infusion wine. And now we have the G&T and the Whiskery single malt. But all of them, as I've said before, they're all fun, healthy drinks to enjoy.
Tell me about your dogs then, because I bet they have a wonderful life.
You'll have to ask them that.
Okay.
But I hope they do. We, when I met my wife, we both enjoyed the company of dogs. Unfortunately, I had an allergy to dogs, so I'd always struggled with owning dogs. I'm pleased to say that we worked through that, and we fostered our first sighthound, and we do have a love of sighthounds. We fostered our first greyhound about 20 years ago now, probably a bit more than that actually. And since then we've had the pleasure of welcoming a number of greyhounds into our lives. And at the moment we have 2 rescued whippets. We have Angel, who's a 12-year-old rescue. We've had her since she was about 3. And we've got Charlie, who is, I think, 3 years old now, coming up to 4 years old. He's our first and only puppy rescue. We've always rescued older dogs because we think it's nice to give an older dog a home, but we thought we'd welcome a puppy into our house. And I do love Charlie very much, and I think the experience of having a puppy is wonderful, but I will definitely go back to adopting older dogs in the future.
Yeah. Older dogs are civilised, aren't they?
Yes, I think I've also got to the age where having a baby in the house is not for me, but I loved having Charlie around, and the relationship is so strong. But they both enjoy testing our products. In fact, we launched our ice lollies for dogs a couple of years ago in the really hot summer. So these are called Paw Pops, and you can buy them unfrozen and then take them home and pop them in the freezer. And I have to say our dogs had a wonderful time trialling those a couple of years ago, and they are now on the market. And although summer hasn't been fantastic this year, the sales have continued, and those products are available in most pet stores as well. So yes, they do get treated very well, but they treat us well. We love having them around. Yeah.
You see, again, some people would say, ice creams for dogs. But it's a really, really important point, because in the hot weather, it's so important to make sure your dogs are hydrated, that they don't get too hot, that you do give them things to help them cool down, that you give them enrichment, mental stimulation without physical exertion. So it's these products are really, really actually contributing to dogs' well-being, aren't they?
Yes, they are. I mean, and that's exactly why we set the business up. The ice lollies, again, there are questions asked about whether you should give ice lollies to dogs. In fact, the veterinary experts will confirm that you should not give ice to dogs if they're in suffering heat stroke. But if you're giving an ice lolly or cold water to help cool the dog down, if it's hot times, is perfectly safe and very, very, very welcome for the dog. And yes, we've had, because the dogs eat the ice lolly just like a human ice lolly. So again, the whole experience of serving the lolly to your dog, it's that's the word. It's an experience, and it's great fun. So yeah.
Lovely. Okay, you've mentioned dog friendly, and I know you're hosting some awards in November, aren't you? So tell me a bit more about dog friendly.
Yeah, dog friendly is the UK's, proud to say, the UK's largest database of dog friendly places where you can search by town or county and find dog-friendly businesses that have been recommended by other dog owners. We started that, my wife and I, about 20 years ago, and we publish a magazine every 2 months, which goes out to dog owners, and you can be inspired about where to go with your dog. You mentioned, Julie, that there's a big difference between dog-friendly and dog-tolerant, and that's absolutely what dog-friendly is all about. It's about sharing information so that you can decide if the venue is dog friendly to you or dog tolerant. Because actually, it's very subjective. You may feel that if you go to a hotel and the dogs aren't welcome in the restaurant, that hotel is not dog friendly. But other people may actually be quite comfortable as long as they know that they can't take the dog into the restaurant. If the bedrooms are dog friendly and you're allowed to leave the dogs on their own, then some people will see that as dog friendly. So we're not in a position to dictate what is dog friendly or not, but we can share the information. So if you're going to stop at a cottage, for instance, is the garden enclosed? We'll share that information. At what height is the fence? So you can decide if you've got a Great Dane, it needs to be a much higher fence than if you've got a Whippet. Although having said that, I think our Whippet could actually jump quite as high as a Great Dane. But the important thing is we share the information for you to make that decision yourself. And you mentioned the awards. About 10 years ago, we started the annual Dog Friendly Awards, and that was to give our members, and we've got about 150,000 dog owners now who are members of Friendly. It gives them the opportunity to say thank you to those businesses that really do go the extra mile to welcome your dogs, and you can nominate and vote for your favourite dog-friendly business. Got about 20 databases, so we've got pubs, we've got hotels, catering, beaches, so you can vote for your favourite beach. And the awards are held in November. And this year, actually, we launched the voting this year on the 1st of August. And voting finishes on the last day of October with the awards in November. This year, whether it's because of the end of lockdown and the acknowledgement that actually these places are very important to us as dog owners, but it's going to be by far the best year. We've had more nominations and more votes than we've ever had before. So it's heading towards a really successful awards. And it's great fun again, because there's nothing like saying thank you to a business that has welcomed you and your dog, and being able to let other people know about it as well. So, yeah, we're really looking forward to this November. We normally hold the awards at a hotel in London, but last year we did a virtual event on Zoom. And we had so much fun. I think it's probably going to be virtual again this year. And that means everybody can come and watch it, because we stream it live on Facebook. So hopefully everybody can log in and watch it live on Facebook. And if you want to vote for your favourite dog-friendly business, or if you want to search for a dog-friendly business where you're going on holiday or around where you live, it is, if I may give out the web address, it's dog-friendly. Dogfriendly, dogfriendly.co.uk. And as I say, you can search for your favourite place and then vote for it. And if your favourite place is not listed, it gives you the opportunity to list it, and then everybody else can vote for it as well.
Lovely, lovely. And I think that's a lovely approach you take as well, because, as you say, what one person thinks is dog friendly, another person might think his dog is not so dog friendly. So, for example, our dogs don't sleep in the bed with us. But some people would be offended if a hotel said, well, you can't put the dogs in the bed with you. So I might say, I think that's dog friendly. And another person might say, oh, no, they wouldn't let the dogs in the bed. So it is about giving the information out. You decide, is that your level of dog friendly or not?
Absolutely right. And that's how we, as dog owners ourselves, we felt that as long as we know what the venue offers as a dog friendly venue, then we can make the decision whether we want to go or not. And that's how dog friendly has built up over the last 20 years. And it's almost like a TripAdvisor for dog owners. It gives you the option to share whether you think that business is dog friendly or not. And our mission since day one has been to encourage other businesses to recognise the fact that actually dog owners are fantastic customers. Most dog owners will look after a cottage or a hotel room even better, I think, than some non-dog owners. So, and that's what's happened. I mean, we've watched over the years more and more businesses become dog-friendly. And this year, since lockdown, so many more have become dog-friendly. John Lewis welcomes dogs now. Wilco welcome dogs. Hilton have recognised the fact that they want to encourage more dog owners to come to their hotels. So it just shows that real big brands are recognising the value of pet parents.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of us, and we're prepared to spend on our dogs. That's one thing you notice, that people will spend on their dogs, and and that's how it should be. It's not the be all and end all, but they are part of the family, so they should get their share. So I think that's lovely, and I love the fact that you value the role that dogs play in our lives and sort of how they contribute to our mental well-being, don't they?
They do, yes, and there's been quite a bit of research as well that shows the positive impact, as I'm sure you know, of having dogs around. And certainly if I go to a public venue, a pub or a restaurant, if there are dogs in the environment, it gives you something to talk about, or more to talk about. We all want to talk about our dogs. We all want to talk about other people's dogs. And I think it enhances the whole situation. I think it's wonderful.
Yeah. I couldn't put it better than that. Dogs are just wonderful, and having them around is wonderful, and treating them is wonderful. So absolutely agree. Is there anything else that you want to say?
Yes, I've actually got a bit of an exclusive for the listeners of Dogcast Radio. We are about to launch our next new product, which is dog smoothies. So that you can, we all know the joy and health benefits of drinking a smoothie. Now dogs will be able to share with that as well. We've got 2 blends coming out. We have pea and pear, and we have sea buckthornberry and carrot. And they are, again, they've been developed with the help of veterinary experts, and they will hopefully be hitting the shelves in a couple of months' time. So in time for Christmas. And again, an everyday healthy treat. So very excited to be launching that, and we look forward to seeing again photos being shared of dogs enjoying their smoothies. Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. I mean, we often have a smoothie. I would say 3 or 4 times a week we have a smoothie here. So to be able to give the dogs a smoothie as well. Wow, that's lovely. That's really great. Thank you for sharing that with us, giving us an exclusive there. Lovely. So give us the websites again, just in case anybody didn't catch them. We've got Woof and Brew. What's their website?
So you can find out more about our treat drinks and healthy tonics on woofandbrew.com. That's wwwandbrew.com. And to find out more about Dog Friendly and places that you can go with your dog and the awards, it's Dog Friendly, dogfriendly.co.uk.
Smashing. Thank you very much. And the best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. It's been a pleasure to be on your show. I really appreciate it.
You'll find the links Steve mentioned at dogcastradio.com, and armed with that information, you can take your dog somewhere genuinely dog-friendly and give them a genuinely dog-friendly treat when you get there. Tag us in #DogcastRadio to any pics you post of your dog enjoying a drink or having a fun day out or holiday. Autumn is upon us here in the UK, but that's okay, because although Mischief, at only 4 years old, isn't really affected by the weather very much, Buddy would come to life again each autumn. The heat of summer would slow him right down, and of course, being a black dog, he absorbed heat. But as the leaves and the temperature fell in September, his energy levels rose, and it was wonderful to see. I hope your dog is enjoying whichever season you're in. We finish with some positive news. The Thin Blue Paw Awards, supported by Animal Friends Insurance, were held on Tuesday 14th of September 2021 at Nebworth House, where 6 police dogs and handlers were honoured for their bravery, life-saving actions and crime-fighting dedication. The event, hosted by BBC News presenter Richard Preston, saw 140 people and 9 dogs come together to celebrate the difference that police dogs and their handlers make every day. Host Rich said, "Police dogs are the near-perfect colleague. They don't complain about going to work, they enjoy their job, and officers up and down the country trust them with their lives every day. And at the end of a long shift, they're still a friend their handler is happy to take home and have as part of the family. They'll often put themselves in harm's way to catch a violent offender, track down a vulnerable missing person, or sniff out drugs or weapons which would otherwise end up on the street. It's only right we celebrate the incredible skills, successes, and service of these remarkable animals. I'm very excited to be involved in these awards and to spend the evening in such exceptional 4-legged company. A huge thank you to the Thin Blue Paw Foundation for inviting me and for the invaluable work they do." On the night, 6 awards were handed out to dogs, handlers and partnerships, and you can find all the details and photos at dogcastradio.com and on our socials. Excitingly, Dogcast Radio has been nominated for a Tailwise Bark Mark Award and is a finalist in the Best Dog Podcast category. Voting should begin on Friday the 24th of September 2021, so watch our social media for more information. Dogcast Radio is also a finalist for an award with Dog Desk Radio in the animal-related podcast or other audio show category. So cross your fingers and plait your paws for us. Dogcast Radio, award-winning podcast. It's got a lovely ring to it, hasn't it? If you have a burning dog-related question or a subject suggestion or a family-friendly dog-related joke, get in touch. I'd love to hear from you. And saying that, I do love it when you get in touch, because podcasting and writing mean I spend a lot of time at my desk, and while Mischief is wonderful company, she doesn't say much, so I do love reading your emails and comments. Until next time, look after yourselves and your dogs. Thanks for listening to Dogcast Radio, available from www.dogcastradio.com. That's DOGCAST radio.com. If you'd like to get in touch with us, and wherever you are in the world, we'd love to hear from you. You can do so in a variety of ways. By phone from the UK, you can contact us on 0121 288 0922. From the US, you can contact us on our American number, which is 315-849-2022. From any other country, you'll need your international exit code and then 44121-288-0922. You can contact us on Skype with the ident Dogcast Radio. That's all one word, Dogcast Radio. By email, you can contact me on julie@dogcastradio.com. When contacting us by email, if you have the facilities, please record your questions or comments and send them to us as an audio file. That way we can include them directly in our programme. We can accept most formats, for example WAV, MP3. All these methods of contacting us can be found on our website, which is www.dogcastradio.com. And as ever, the final word goes to Jenny.
I was trying to find a joke about unemployed dogs, but they just don't work.